just want to start off by saying that I am not ready to make this video. I don't want to make this video, but my name has been constantly dragged to the mud, and I have a lot of people coming up to me that I haven't talked to in a really long time saying that I look stupid, and I do, and I'm gonna continue to look stupid, I guess, because pretty much I got finessed.
Hello and welcome to another day in paradise, and welcome to another edition of the Unapologetic Negrovian. In today's video, most YouTube creators have an app on their phones or on their devices, and it's called YouTube Studio. With this app, we are able to check out the demographics of the people who are watching our videos. Now, most of the people who are watching my videos are in between the age of 30 to 60 years old. That's most of them anyway. Sometimes they're older than 60 and sometimes they're younger than 30. But they are mainly in between those ages. So most of you who are watching this video right now will remember a time when we could go out, meet a person that you were interested with, you'd exchange numbers, and then you'd go home and you'd keep your fingers crossed and hope that that person would call you. It is now fair to say that those days are long gone. The internet has made things much easier for people to meet other people that they would have more of an interest in, but in another way, it has made things a lot more difficult for people. For one, it's made things easier, so you don't always keep an eye on that one specific person. You could meet one person and then the next day you could meet somebody else and the next day, and it could go on like this. It makes things a lot more difficult because you're not focused on that one person anymore. You also have the difficulties in the types of people that you're meeting, because it's very easy to fake a persona on Instagram or on Snapchat. You don't know who you're meeting. All you see is the highlight reel of what they want to show you. It is for this reason that there has been a rise in gurus who are there to help young, impressionable men and women to find their way in the dating scene here now in 2021. With those gurus, you also get fake gurus, guys who are also there putting on a persona which is not really them in order to sell things to young, impressionable men and women. And that brings us neatly on to the subject of today's video. In today's video, we're going to be talking about a fiasco which happened only a week ago with a gentleman by the name of Walter Weekes. Now, you may not know him if I call him Walter Weekes, but you might know him by the name Fresh. He is Fresh CEO of Fresh and Fit, the pair of YouTubers and podcasters who make men's improvement videos. These two are so-called men's improvement gurus. So these are the guys who teach young, impressionable men on how to find beautiful women, how to keep them, and how to have an abundant, good, healthy lifestyle, an alpha lifestyle. I say the word alpha. I'm telling you guys, if you ever hear a man start using those words, alpha and this, that and the other, stay away from them. You actually know where they get it from. They get it from these types of videos. Kind of pathetic, to be honest with you. First of all, I'm going to give you a bit of background on who Walter Weekes is. So Walter Weekes used to have other YouTube channels where he would make these videos. He would set them up basically. He always rents these Lamborghinis and Ferraris, and he'll stand on the curbside and he'll pay some woman to go up so he could go up to her and chat her up, and she would always be accepting. He would never get turned down, and then they would both get inside the car and drive off somewhere. And sometimes he would say, "No, what are you doing inside my car? You're only speaking to me because I have this Ferrari. If I didn't have the Ferrari there, then you wouldn't be speaking to me. Get out my car." And a lot of men would watch these videos and they would love them. Ah, goodness, it's so pathetic. But what they don't know is that these videos are totally set up. Everything is paid for. These are paid actresses that he is paying to approach. This is why it happens the way it does. Like I said at the beginning of this video, most of you guys are in between the ages of 30 and 60. So none of you guys are going to get fooled by these videos. If you watch them, you will know straight away that it is fake. So that's his background. And so he joined up with another guy. And this guy is fit. Myron Gaines, I think his name is. These guys have formed a duo and they have this YouTube channel / podcast that they bring out once a week, giving men vital information on how they can live more virtuous lives and how to be a lot more successful with women. It's important that I show you just what type of a scam artist this Walter Weekes is. I'm going to show you a video. I'm going to try and cut it down to about 2 minutes long. It is pretty long, but I need you to see it for yourself. But when you watch it, you're going to see the lies come out. You won't even have to listen to what he says. Take a look at his body language. Take a look at this.
Today we're going to talk about my W in terms of having 3 women in one day. Now, it sounds crazy, right? But I was kind of foreign to this idea of having multiple girls in one day, because I felt, do the right thing, do the good thing, have one girl I'm talking to, and that's it. But I met this guy at a pool party. He's an NBA player. I won't say his name for some reasons, but he's a pretty top tier guy, head value guy, right? I'm at the bar ordering drinks for my friends, and he says, yo, bro, what's a good spot to go party at tonight? I told him, look, bro, you can go downtown, you can go to Brickell, Wynwood, doesn't really matter, but I'm going to downtown because it's a really good spot. And then he's like, yo, bro, are you on Instagram? I was like, perfect. Yeah, I am. So I give him my Instagram, and lo and behold, he followed me. He said, wait, you know this chick? So he pulls up this girl's profile, because you can see who's following someone that you just added from the following list. I was like, yeah, I know her, bro. I used to do her back in the day. He's like, that's my shorty want to come in town. So basically, we were smashing the same chick. So he's like, yo, dude, you know what? I'm having a mansion party the next day, come through, I got you. All this time, we linked up the same night at the party spot I was going to, we connected, and funny enough, we dated the same girls, a bunch of them. It was crazy, I always say, me and Myron, a lot of these girls share the same high value men, and they're around in the same circles, right? I'm at his mansion party, right? There's 40 girls and 5 guys. In my head, I'm like, yo, real talk, this is crazy. I've never been at a party where there's been this much girls compared to guys. So I'm like, yo, how's this gonna work? He says to me, yo, come through, bro. So he's like, yo, pick 3 that you want, and I got you. I was like, 3 that I want? This is like a buffet? Shoot, I'll take it. So I was like, yo, I like her, and her. He goes, talks to them, calls them over, and I kid you not, I got a bedroom for you over here, do your thing. I'm like, what the heck? Is it that easy? So what happened was, I talked to them real quick, they were mad cool, and legit, guys, I could have a threesome with them, but I was like, yo, this is crazy. I had no idea what was going on. I was like, yo, this is too much for me. But what happened was, I did my thing with one of them, came back outside, hopped in the shower real quick, talked to the other one, went back in the room later on. So basically, I had 3 girls in one night.
Now, if you can't see that this man has totally made up that story, if you can't see that every time he thinks about something, he looks off to his left, which means he's making the story up in his mind as he's going along because it's not truthful, then I don't know. If you're in your 30s, what can I say? So Walter Weekes is the type of person who likes to call out these gold diggers, these women who only go after men for their money. And he teaches a lot of young, impressionable men on how to deal with these gold diggers, that they should be, that you should stay away from them at all costs, because they are absolutely a waste of time and they are a waste of money. This is the truth, right? I mean, you don't want to go for a woman who only wants you for your money. You don't want to go with a woman who would only go out with you if you had a Lamborghini or Ferrari. You want a woman who is there and who is honest and only wants to be with you because she finds you interesting. Now, last week, Walter Weekes got called out.
Because the way you talk about women, especially because you're in Miami, you just proved that saying that if she's here and she's new, those rules don't apply. You don't talk to just a Miami audience. You talk to an audience that's literally all around the world. So you're pretty much telling your audience, everything I tell you, doesn't apply to y'all because you're not in Miami. I thought you were giving universal rules. That's
Hold on.
Hold on.
We're talking about her.
I got
right
you. No, I know.
Yeah.
But I'm talking about how you are saying she doesn't apply to many things that you would say about the North.
He went on one of his own shows and he brought a lady with him, a lady that he had been dating for about a month, and this happened.
Going crazy like, oh, I need to have this and that. It's more like she wants a good time with me.
I think she's interested in you.
Ask her.
I was gonna say, can I answer this?
Of course.
I feel like the first
Merch.
day that I met you, having that genuine conversation on the boat, like
On a yacht.
Oh, on the boat. Was it 60 foot long? Was it 85 foot?
I couldn't even
Free
tell
drinks.
you. See, I am a very big personality person. No,
You see what your problem is? You think that because I have clout, everyone wants me for clout. However, for you, that's true. For me, it's not. I actually have game, bro, right? That being said, hold on. That being said, right, bro?
Not game.
Your experience, right, with girls is tainted because you want to see it for clout.
Yep, he got called out. And it was so embarrassing, actually. It was cringeworthy because you could tell that he was in, I don't know, an uncomfortable situation. And I kind of felt sorry for this Miranda. Lady he is with is Miranda Tossona. Now, Walter Weekes did not go into the details of how he met Miranda Tossona. And he only went into the detail of it after this was exposed.
Girl is. I mean, she looks pretty good. Her name's D. Milfy, kind of a sus name. 23, female, Miami, Florida. Okay. Let's look through. Wait a second. Wait just a second. 22, still in college. Ooh, what the? Very open-minded, always down to try something new and embrace new experiences. Personality is key. Seeking an active lifestyle, fine dining, luxury lifestyle, and mentorship. It's Miranda.
So yes, he met her on Seeking Arrangements. Now, to many of you guys, you may not know what Seeking Arrangements is. Seeking Arrangements is a website that young women sign up to who are looking for older men with money. And she was signed up on this website. Now, once this got exposed, there are a lot of questions that got Walter Weekes into a lot of trouble. Like, well, wait a minute. If you are so good at picking up women, why are you on Seeking Arrangements for? If your woman is only for you, if she was truthful, then how did you pick her up? So Walter Weekes picked her up by taking her to his yacht. So it's obvious that Walter Weekes read her profile, contacted her, and paid for her to come out on a date with him. It should be normal for a man to pay to go out on a date with a woman. What is strange is that this is not what Walter Weekes preaches. We're going to go a little bit further into why I think a lot of people are attacking Walter Weekes over this, because I think there are nuances that people haven't really spoken about for one reason or another. I'm going to go into this now. I'm going to first ask you to please like, subscribe, share, click the bell notification, and please consider supporting the channel on our Patreon, link in the description. I'd also like to ask you to please follow the Oversight channel. The Oversight channel is there to help you to invest on the African continent, both cheaply and securely. Link also in the description. So it quickly became apparent that this man, Walter Weekes, a man who had been more of a predator when it comes online, on how to make money online. Okay, this is a man who will lie with every breath that he can muster in order to build this mirage of a man that does not exist, in order to sell courses to young men on how to find 9 and 10 out of 10s, how to approach them, how to talk to them, how to retain them. He sells these courses online and he makes a lot of money from it. But we now know that it was all a facade. It's total garbage. I mean, I knew from the get-go, but there are a lot of young men, even people who were his supporters, who are now looking at him from the corner of their eyes. Now, on the show, Miranda did not get called out yet because they didn't know that Miranda was on seeking arrangements. They didn't know this at the time, okay? It was only a week later that they realized that Miranda was only going out with Preach for the money. So people started realizing, hey, she's not the hunted, she's the huntress. She is the one that is going after Walter Weekes simply for his money. So she got a lot of hate mail.
I'm okay with people hating on me. I'm okay with the hate comment. My name has been constantly dragged to the mud, but I can only really blame myself. I'm just gonna go right into it and address the seeking arrangements, sugar baby, entire rumor. It's obviously not really a rumor. There's proof that I was on the site. However, me and Fresh did meet on that site. I realized fairly quickly that I didn't like guys my age after my last sex because I felt like, okay, maybe like older guys are more mature. They have their shit together. Maybe they're more mature. I found that out the hard way that that's not really the case. I use seeking arrangements as more of a dating app because that's just what I found worked for me. And what started as more of like a financial reason because of COVID and not having a job and not being able to get a job genuinely turned into wanting to find somebody that I could be with and only with for long term.
Now, I wouldn't be surprised if a lot of that hate mail came from Walter Weekes himself. Now, I really don't think this is fair on Miranda because I think that she went into this relationship believing that everything was okay from her side. The most embarrassing part about this was when Walter Weekes actually leant over to try and kiss Miranda on his live stream and she sort of moved out of the way. It's very Donald Trump, Melania-esque, horrible, because you could see straight away that there was no chemistry, no real chemistry, that these two were in it for the business, which is once again okay, but only okay if everybody else knows about it. I think it's wrong when you're trying to scam people into believing that you can do this on your own merit. But I think a lot of people have really gotten on to Walter Weekes, not just because he is a liar, but I think a lot of people see him and they say to themselves, okay, here's this short, very dark-skinned, not a very attractive looking young man. And I think this is the reason why a lot of people are getting on him specifically, not his partner Myron Gaines, who is tall and light-skinned. And I don't think a lot of people have spoken about that part of it. It's not the first time he's got himself into trouble, and I think people are gunning now for Walter Weekes more than his partner Myron Gaines, simply because of the color of his skin and because of what he looks like, because he's short and dark-skinned. Man is a total fraud, right? And his partner is also a total fraud. It's okay if you're going to make a YouTube channel, it's okay for you to put up a front, as long as you are not trying to benefit monetarily from that front. Okay, so that's okay. But when you are putting up a whole new personality in order to defraud people of their money because you are telling them to do ABC, but you are not practicing what you preach, that's when it becomes a problem. That is when you become a fraud, a scam artist, and that's exactly what Walter Weekes is. Now, Miranda will go on and she'll find herself another man. She's on seeking arrangements now. I'm guessing. I don't have access to seeking arrangements, but she's on there, and it comes across as if she is a gold digger. She's 22 years old. What is she going to know about gold digging? You know, I don't know if she is really on prime game. A lot of people were saying, oh, she's there with Walter Weekes to be a gold digger, but I don't see that. I mean, why would you go with this man who clearly isn't a multi-millionaire, and there are multi-millionaires on seeking arrangements. Why would you go with this guy in particular? People were trying to make a comparison with Brittany Renner, but you know, Fresh is not a multi-millionaire superstar, okay? She's not going to try and get pregnant with this guy. Absolutely not. I think that they were probably in it from a business aspect. She gets paid, he pays her, that's normal, that's okay. But I don't think she was there with him simply because she liked him. That is plainly obvious. And for Walter Weekes to go out and try and produce this show, try and show people, for Walter Weekes to try and show people that she was with him totally on his own merit is wrong. It's only made himself look even more stupid. Even his hardcore fans are not believing him anymore. I'm really happy that people were able to see Fresh and Fit for who they really are. This is not the first time they've been exposed. They keep going from strength to strength. So there are a lot of 15, 16, 17-year-olds who are still watching their shows, who are still, you know, really happy about the information they are getting from these guys. And that is scary because these two are absolute punks. They should not be trusted in that way with your kids. So guys, if you do have teenagers, if you do have young, impressionable men and women in your family, then I would strongly suggest to you that you speak with them about what is on the internet. Guys, we should have been doing this for the last 10 years now, but things have changed. The internet is constantly evolving, and the way people are building these courses and finding out new elaborate ways of parting these young people with their money is becoming a lot more different day after day after day. These guys are mercurial. They'll always find a way around it. And it's up to you to teach your young ones that these guys are only there for one thing, and that's your money. So what do you guys think of Fresh and Fit? Do you watch the program? Do you like them? What do you make of all of this? Leave a comment in the comment section below. It'd be really good to hear your opinion on this. So that's all I've got time for today. I'd like to thank you for watching. Thank you for subscribing. I'd like to give an extra special thank you to my patrons, and I'll see you in the next one. Until the next time, please think twice. To our bit.